Okay, guys, today we're going to do a blog, or I'm going to do a blog about Max. Where do I start? And there's a reason I want to do this blog, because as big and ferocious as Max sounds, he is the biggest wimp I have ever seen in my life. I'm not kidding you. Anyway, see, I got Max, this is September. I got him 3 years ago, this past July. It's right at July, August, somewhere around that time frame. Pretty close to right after I bought this house. And I can still remember when I got him. I mean, we went to the Humane Society, and we're looking around, and I saw quite a few dogs. You know, most of them were full grown, and then we came to this little kennel area, cage, where there were like 3 or 4 puppies, and I saw Max. He was sprawled out on the floor. All the other ones they were scampering around. Not Max. He was just plopped on the floor. And I thought, you know, he's so cute, and he's so even-tempered, and so mellow. I gotta have him. So I got him. That first trip home in the car, my now ex-wife, she drove home, and I had Max in the back seat with me. You talk about a drool machine. I mean, the boy came this close to getting car sick. He was drooling like a water fountain. So anyway, we got him home, and we had another dog at the time. I forget what kind of dog was that. One of those exotic dogs. I forget what it was. That was my ex-wife's. It was a good dog. She was an older dog. She was like 3 or 4 years old at the time. And she did her best to train Max. I mean, she taught Max, you do your business outside. And believe it or not, pretty good. I think Max, the whole time I had Max, when he was a puppy, when I first got him, he maybe had 2 or 3 accidents in the house. Most of the time, he was outside. As soon as our other dog was outside, he was out there with her. Well then, shortly after that, my wife left. Long story. Don't want to get into it. I'm over it. But, with my work schedule, that meant that Max would be alone in the house all by himself for up to 12, 13 hours a day. And he was still a puppy. A rather humongous puppy, I might add. So, I tried leaving him, giving him free reign of the house, which was a big mistake. I've blogged about this, and I may have to try to see if I can't find the pictures that I took, or at least link up the previous blog to this one at some point. I'll have to search for it. But this is not in sequential order either, because I mean there have been so many incidents. I don't know where it started at, but there was one time I left him to his own what's the word I want, meanderings, and I came home from work. My whole entire living room was totally covered. I mean, you talk about wall-to-wall carpeting? Nah. It was wall-to-wall paper. CDs, a DVD, what else? Phone book, mail. I mean, it was wall to wall, all over the place. Total disaster. Oh, and wallpaper too. He succeeded, when he was done that, he succeeded into peeling the wallpaper off the wall and shredding it up. Like I said, I will look for the pictures, and after I find them, I will post them onto this particular video blog, so you can see what he did. Then there was another time where I said, you know what, screw this. You are not going to tear my house up when I'm not home. I'm putting you outside. He says, fine, Dad, no problem. Put me outside. He almost became neighbors with the Chinese. The holes he dug in my yard, I don't even want to talk about. He even tried to dig underneath the shed to realign the foundation. So I said, okay, this isn't working. Another time, I blocked him downstairs in the basement. But I forgot to make it max proof. I came home. I forget everything he chewed up, but the one most memorable thing that I can remember him chewing up the shreds that day was an iron. Literally, one of those irons that you iron clothes with. He destroyed it. He chewed it to smithereens. He totally demolished it. But he's grown out of it. He's had several operations from the trauma that I gave him. Didn't I? Huh? Yeah. No, just kidding. Didn't do that to him. But anyway, alright, so anyway, that was the early days. But anyway, like I said, the main reason I wanted to talk about Max was he's got this very ferocious bark. You know, if somebody comes to the door or he hears the slightest, he'll bark his head off. Maybe I can give you a demonstration. Max. Max. Get him. Get him, Max. Get him. Get him. Get him. Here he goes. Here he goes. Let me, hold on. Get him, Max. Get him. Get him, Max. Get him, boy. Get him. Get him, Max. Get him. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Show's over. Go lay down. Thank you. Okay. Now, he's got a real ferocious bark, as you just saw. However, and he's like that if somebody walks in the house, as long as I'm home, he sounds like a total monster. Yeah, well, yeah. And, but you put him outside in the yard, if you look on YouTube, connected to this video, you will see him barking his head off during the 4th of July. I mean, he's a total terror. Evil, monstrous. Let me at you. I'm going to tear you to shreds type bark. But, somebody walks in the yard, tail goes between his legs, he goes scurrying, hiding up on the deck, whimpering like a frickin' little sissy girl. Which brings me to my point.